Hey guys, and welcome back into another WWE video. And it's just about that time of year again. It's about time for Summerslam, the self-proclaimed biggest event of the summer. And this is a pay-per-view where I'm actually really excited going into it. My interest in the product at this moment is, I would say, average. I'm happy about the brand split. I do think it's freshened things up a bit. I'm still not as into it as I wish I was, but this pay-per-view really does have a lot of potential, and I think it's going to be very good. But let's get right into it. It's coming to us from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And the first match we're going to talk about is the New Day taking on the Club. Now, this is a match that I am looking forward to. It's a feud that's been going on since the brand split. Obviously, with AJ Styles and the Club being broken up, it was a little bit of, there was a little confusing to what would the Club do? Would they get kind of just pushed down, and would New Day and Enzo and Cass go at it? But to be honest, I'm kind of happy with the fact that the Club got a chance for the time being, at least. And I think that the New Day, Big E's been written out of the storyline with the injury or whatever. Maybe he returns at SummerSlam, maybe he doesn't. Either way, I honestly do see a title change happening here. The Club have been featured constantly on television in important feuds lately. Like guys like Roman Reigns, John Cena, and I feel like they've had a good wave of momentum going right now, and I could really see them taking the titles off the New Day. The New Day's had the titles for a long time. I feel like the titles, like they've reached a stage where they don't need the titles anymore. So I could really see the Club taking the championships here. Obviously, the New Day would then have a chance to win it back, and I think they would ultimately lose again. And from there, I think Enzo and Cass are going to get incorporated into a feud with the Club down the line, maybe at Survivor Series. But I really do think we're going to have a title change with the Club taking the tag titles away from New Day. New Day had a good, long, successful run, but I just think it's time for another team to get a chance, and I think it's going to happen. And then we have a match that, albeit I'm not like extremely excited about the in-ring work that this match may have, but I'm excited just to see what the results will be. I'm a little interested. We got Rusev taking on Roman Reigns for the United States Championship. And it's you think about it, and it's just like, what a fall for Roman Reigns, to go from the guy a few months ago that we all thought was going to have, a 6-month, year-long title reign or something like that, 6 to 12 months was what I was thinking at least, and to now see that he's in it should be important. It's the U.S. title, right? That should be an important title, but it hasn't been for a long time. So it's almost like, he's in this match for this title that really means nothing. So he really has been pushed down the card. Although I am excited for this match just because I want to see, is Roman Reigns going to be your new U.S. champion? I've made it kind of clear in the last few weeks I'm not a huge Rusev guy. Although it's the whole fact that he was in the stupid, what was it called? Whatever that stupid team of 4 was. I can't think of what the name was. Doesn't matter. With Sheamus and, Wade Barrett and those guys. What the hell were they called? I can't think of what they were called. Doesn't matter. But ever since he's gotten out of that, they've been trying to build him up again as a monster heel, and I am liking this as far as I think it suits him well. But Roman Reigns, what a fall. But I think that Roman Reigns is going to win this match. I really do. I either see Reigns... Reigns has got to win because Reigns isn't going to win by DQ or anything because, he's the face. So I think Reigns is going to be your new U.S. champion. I've seen a lot of predictions and stuff, and I've seen a lot of people picking Rusev to win, and I just don't see Reigns losing to Rusev. I can't get over the fact that Rusev had been built so... like such a loser before that. Or with the League of Nations. Guys, I was thinking about it while I was talking. That's what they were called, the League of Nations. Rusev was in that League of Nations bullcrap, and I really just lost all respect for him. I just didn't, not as a person, but as far as him as a wrestler, I just didn't take him serious anymore. I guess that's a better way of putting it. And, they're trying to make you respect him more again now, and it's just not working for me. I still think Roman Reigns is going to win. I think he's going to take the title. So you'll have, 2 title changes already through 2 matches. This one I'm not super sure of, but I just can't see Roman Reigns losing. He's already fell down the card. He's went from the WWE, title or whatever, WWE World Heavyweight title to fighting for the U.S. title. So that's a fall in itself. Is he then going to fall by not only that, but then losing to Rusev? That's another step down. I think he's going to win. I really do. And I think their feud will continue up until the next pay-per-view, with Rusev then trying to get his revenge and get the title back. Then we go into another match. We have Enzo and Cass taking on Jericho and Owens. This is a match that I think is going to be great as far as the in-ring work, but it's a match that feels kind of random and kind of just thrown together. You know, it's a situation where you had these 4 guys who you needed to get on the show who weren't, they really didn't have anything to do, so they kind of just threw them together. And they've tried to make it feel important. They've got some good segments, and I am more into it than I thought I would be. So I'm going to say I'm happy about this match. I didn't think I would be when I first saw, oh God, they're just throwing these guys together, because normally these matches don't work. But I think this match will be good. 4 good in-ring workers. I think it'll be exciting. I think without a doubt that Enzo and Cass is going to win. Owens, which kind of sucks, because Owens just came off a loss at Battleground against Sami Zayn, so he was unsuccessful in the last time he was on a pay-per-view. Jericho always loses. We understand that. So it's almost like, Jericho losing I'm okay with, because I understand his position in the company at this point. But Owens, I really would like to see him winning matches at pay-per-views. But I also would like to see Enzo and Cass winning matches at pay-per-views. So it's kind of like I want both teams to win in a way, and only one can win. So I think Enzo and Cass are the more likely to win, and I think it's fine. But I really just hope Owens doesn't get lost in the shuffle as time goes on, because I think he could be a tremendous heel and one of the top heels in the company, up there with Bray Wyatt. And Seth Rollins, of course, but it's just like, the comedy between these two teams, if you want to call it Jericho and Owens a team, but the comedy between these 4 has been pretty good, and it's gotten me interested. So they've done their job. A lot of credit to those 4 to make a match that really has nothing going into it feel important to a certain extent. So I'm excited about it. Then we have The Miz and Apollo Crews going one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, Apollo Crews really made The Miz look like a little bitch this past week on SmackDown, as does everyone at this point. I think Apollo Crews is going to win the title. He's been getting a push since the brand split on SmackDown, and Miz has just been made to look like a joke for such a long period of time. So I have no reason to not think Apollo Crews is going to win. So Apollo wins, becomes your new Intercontinental Champion. So yet again, another title change. Now I'm starting to rethink things. There's a lot. Every match has been a title change. Then we have John Cena taking on AJ Styles. The rumors are that John Cena is going to be leaving the WWE after SummerSlam. That's what I've read online, to go shoot some film. If you know what film it is, comment down below. If you haven't heard this and you don't think this is true, comment down below too, because it's just something I've read. I don't know for sure if it's what's going to happen, but if I am to believe what I read, I think Styles is going to win, and I think it'll be clean. The fact that it's just a one-on-one match, so I think this would be a big win for AJ Styles. Cena at this point he's done everything he could possibly do in the WWE. He doesn't need this win, albeit, and Styles is old, but he's new to the WWE, and this win could really help him. And if Cena's going to be gone, there's absolutely no reason for him to win. So Styles wins, and I think this will be another pretty good match. Then we have Cesaro vs. Sheamus, the first match in a best-of-7 series. That's what Mick Foley announced was going to be going on with these two for the foreseeable future. They're going to be having a best-of-7 matches. And I think ultimately it will go 7 matches. And I think, what do we had? We've had a lot of faces win. I predict a lot of faces to win. So I think Sheamus gets the best of Cesaro here to win the first match. I think at the end of the 7, Cesaro will come out on top, but I think Sheamus gets the 1-0 lead here, SummerSlam. The only thing I'm not sure that Sheamus won. The only thing I'm sure of is that it will ultimately go 7 matches. That's just the way the WWE operates. So Sheamus wins the opener. Comment down below if you agree. I would rather see Cesaro win, but I think Sheamus wins. I think throughout the card so far, you've gotten a lot of matches where I think the fans would be getting what they've wanted. So I think Sheamus winning would make sense. Then we have Becky Lynch, Carmella, and Naomi taking on Eva Marie, Natalya, and Alexa Bliss. I like Naomi as a face. Her new entrance is pretty sick. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's pretty good. And for whatever reason, I do think the faces are going to win. I think that Becky, Carmella, and Naomi will come out on top. This is a match, I'm going to be honest, I'm not all that interested in. I'm happy that the Divas on SmackDown are getting a chance to compete on this pay-per-view, because after the draft, it really felt like the SmackDown Divas were just going to be at a loss for what were they going to have to do. There's no title, what are they going to do? And I thought the fact that they're trying to put the 6 of the Divas on a match SummerSlam is cool. Not that into it, but I'll give them a B- for effort. But whatever. This will be my piss break match. But Naomi is a good wrestler. Becky's a good wrestler. A lot of these other divas, I'm just getting to learn about them. So I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I'll try to give this match a chance. I think you got a few good in-ring workers and a couple others that I'm not sure of. Maybe they'll be good in-ring workers too. So maybe I'm underrating this match, but to be honest, I'm just not that into it. Then we have a match that I am into involving divas, and that's Sasha Banks, the one and only Sasha Banks, taking on Charlotte for the WWE Women's Championship. This is a match that I can't wait to see. And I can't even tell you the last time there was a divas match that I was this excited about. The only thing that does kind of suck is I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win. Sasha Banks is going to retain. Not that I mean, that's exactly what I want to happen, but it does kind of suck that I'm so sure that that's what's going to happen. The predictability factor is certainly in play during this match. But I think, again, we've seen these divas fight on Raw, other pay-per-views, and the matches have all been not solid. That's the wrong word. They've been outstanding. I expect this one to be just the same. A lot of risky moves, a lot of situations where you see especially these two divas doing things that divas of the last 10 years probably wouldn't have been able to do or wouldn't do in matches. Just extreme moves. And God, you got maybe this is the third match, third or fourth match that I'm looking forward to on the card, and I'm looking forward to this match 100%. So it just shows there's a lot of matches in this card that I can't wait to see. But again, I think Sasha retains. And we have Dean Ambrose taking on Dolph Ziggler for the WWE World Championship. Again, predictable. Ambrose is going to win. There's no way Ziggler wins. But despite that, I think it's going to be a great match. And I like seeing Dolph, albeit it's a bit weird to see him all of a sudden in this spot again. I like it because I'm a fan of Dolph. I'm a fan of both these guys. But Dolph, it's Dolph Ziggler. He's been so irrelevant for such a long time, it just feels weird that he's in this match. But they've done a good job with some talking segments last few weeks. And this past week on SmackDown, they had a real good segment. And I like the Ambrose telling, Ziggler that you've never been able to handle the critics, and that you have this misconception that when you win the title, the critics are going to go away. And Ambrose is telling him, no, the critics are just going to get louder. You're going to have more of a target on you. I thought that was really really good by Ambrose, the way he made that point come across. And then Ziggler ends it with a super kick. I thought it was a good segment and a great lead into this match. Ambrose is going to win. Expect it to be good. We'll see what they do with Ziggler after the match, because I've heard some rumors that maybe Orton goes after the title, and then what do? Just treat Ziggler like shit again? I mean, we'll see. But then you have Brock Lesnar taking on Randy Orton, a match that I'm excited about because it's Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. I think it should be really good. I'm a huge Brock Lesnar fan. He's a stud. He's a legitimate badass, and it kind of sucks for me, even though I don't hate Orton. I feel like Orton's going to win this match. Lesnar won't be around again till Royal Rumble. So him winning, I just don't see happening. I think Orton's going to win. And when Orton wins this match, I'm going to probably cringe. I'm not going to feel good about it. I want Lesnar to win. But it makes sense in WWE's defense. It makes sense that Orton would win this match. So and when I come on for the review of it, I guess I can't rip it too much because it does make sense. But let's go Lesnar. Then we have Finn Balor, what should be the main event of SummerSlam. Finn Balor taking on Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. Still hate saying that. But this is a match that I can't wait for. I love Finn Balor, and I find a lot of people here on the internet and people I've talked to also like him. But there's a few I've come across that I think unjustly hate him for no reason other than, I feel like, just to piss other people on the internet off. And Finn Balor, I'm still not sold 100% on his character. I want to see what he can do on the mic. But at this point, one thing I do know is he's great in the ring. And so Seth Rollins. So this match should absolutely deliver. Hopefully it gets the main event slot. I really think it should. And I really don't care who wins, to be quite honest with you. There's a part of me that wants each person to win. And no matter who wins, there's going to be a part of me that's happy and a part of me that's disappointed, because I do think Finn Balor is going to win this match. I think he's going to become the WWE Universal Champion. But then this part of me, it's like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want Seth Rollins to lose, But this feud's going to continue, absolutely no doubt about it. especially if Roman Reigns wins the U.S. title, because, I mean, he has the U.S. title. So that him and Rusev would continue, and Balor and Rollins would continue. And I'm honestly, this is the match I'm most excited about. I think it's going to be an outstanding match. And I'm really, really hoping it does get the main event. And I expect to be a lot of action. I expect it to be extremely fast-paced. And no matter who wins, it's going to be an absolutely ridiculously crazy fucking match. So I'm expecting the Demon as well to come out with Finn Balor. Obviously something that I don't think they're going to showcase all that often, but I do expect it on SummerSlam. But I'm interested to see that. I haven't seen it yet. I've read about it. I've seen like footage of it, but I haven't seen it live and in person yet, so it'd be kind of cool. I guess it's not in person. I'm not there, but whatever. All in all, I'm very excited about this show. You know, I'm excited about Ambrose and Ziggler. I'm excited about Sasha and Charlotte. I'm excited about Orton and Lesnar. I'm excited about Balor and Rollins. One thing I want to talk about, though, there's two people that aren't on this card. At least they're not said to be on this card. And even if they are, then they're on the pre-show, and that's not good enough for these guys. Where is Sami Zayn, and where is Bray Wyatt? Where the fuck are those two? Those two are two of my favorites in the company. Where are they? Especially Bray Wyatt. Where's my boy Bray Wyatt? I mean, we got a very small, as far as superstar talent, I'm talking superstar talent on SmackDown, and Bray's one of those guys, and he's not even on the show? I mean, come on. Give me Bray versus Zayn at least on the pre-show and whatever. Let me see those two guys at least fight, you know. They're great in ring. Bray is great on the mic. I love Zayn's song. I just can't believe that those two aren't on the card in any capacity. It's a bit mind-boggling to me. But all in all, it'll be a great show. Just one little complaint there. I want to talk about those two. Comment down below if you also think Bray and Sami should be on the show. But let me know down below. Do you think it's going to be a good show? Do you think it's going to be an average show? Is it going to live up to par or be up to par with the past SummerSlams? Is it going to be better than past SummerSlams? What match are you looking most forward to? Give me your predictions down at the bottom if you want. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. The more people subscribe, the more people that like, the more likely it is that random people are going to find this video and this channel. So if you could do that, I'd be much appreciated. I'll be back for my SummerSlam review. Probably Monday morning, I would say. Sunday night, maybe, but probably Monday morning. But either way, thanks for checking in, guys, and I'll be back soon. I'm out.